Hello and welcome today. Oh, I can't believe I'm making another video, but I was setting up actually for Carrie. We're going to do a pre-recorded video here this afternoon, which is extremely exciting over on Homestead How. Anyways, I had a bone density scan on Saturday. Today we're talking about GKI. And all week last week, my ketones were between 1.1 and 1.6, and my glucose was steady at about 6. Had my bone density scan, and it kicked me almost out of ketosis. My ketones dropped down to 0.5. However, because of my diet, I was able to keep my glucose stable at around 90. And so today we're going to show you how to use the Kito Mojo Meter and how to properly test your GKI. Before anybody rips me apart in the comments, I've never been a diabetic. I don't have vast experience on this. I had to watch videos online at the Kito Mojo website. But the reason this is so important when you're fighting cancer, as Siegfried says, he talks all about GKI, you get the lowest GKI. So normally I can keep my GKI between 2 and 5 now consistently with my diet. I'll give you an idea of what I ate yesterday and today. And again, I was kicked out of almost ketosis. My ketones dropped all the way down to 0.5 on Sunday. Plus Mother's Day, birds. Plus on Mother's Day, I eat meat and vegetables, but it was ordered in, and I don't know what the sauce was, but that's all there was. I should have brought my own food. It probably didn't help my GKI. Also, I had treatment yesterday. I had immunotherapy. So I'm fascinated to see what my GKI is going to be. I was going to test it anyways, and I was already set up, so I thought, let's just record this and make a video. Again, GKI is the most important thing when you're applying metabolic therapy to fighting cancer. Low carbs, no carbs, no sugar is really the best. So what did I eat yesterday? I woke up in the morning. I had an egg omelet with bacon. That was my breakfast before immunotherapy. I had my immunotherapy. I came home and I had half a ribeye left over from the previous night for dinner. My wife made homemade hollandaise sauce, so eggs, butter, with eggs and butter. And so I put that on top for a dressing, and it was salted meat, heavily salted. So I ate that half a ribeye steak when I got home around noon. My stomach's only half the stomach capacity of a normal person because they cut out half of it. So I didn't quite finish the whole half of ribeye. It was a good sized ribeye. Like I would guess it was originally a 20 ouncer, and I had ate half of it the previous night for dinner. But I ate about 3/4 of the half, and there's a little piece left. I didn't want to get sick. So I had a nap, and then around 2 o'clock I finished that off. And then supper last night, I had a little leaner meat than I normally would have. We had beef tenderloin that was just salted. I actually had a little bit of vegetables. Broccoli, about this, like if I made a circle, about, I don't know, 3 pieces of broccoli with salt on it. So then that brings us to this morning. This morning I ate a whole beef tenderloin. That's all I've ate today. And I had a bulletproof coffee with MCT oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. I also had one of those yesterday. And again, on Sunday, after my bone density scan on Saturday, I was kicked out of therapeutic GKI. It shot up to a 10. And so I'm fascinated to see what it is today if I got it back down to under 5. Because while eating, really between 2 and 4 is my target, but under 5 I'm happy. So we're going to see what it is right now. So how do you use this meter? So this is the picker. That's the first thing. I got my safe disposal box, so please don't rip me apart for that. So this is the needle part, and it doesn't hurt. It's really simple. So you go like this. There's a little button on it to dispose of it. So you get this over here so you can see. So you dispose of your needle end from the previous go, so it's sterile. And in the kit, if you order the meter, make sure you order a good 2 box. They come in 60 strips per box. I would say at least 120 to 200 strips because you really want to test quite a bit. Because you really want to figure out what foods are spiking your GKI. I've noticed that eating fatty red meat doesn't affect my glucose, and I get a really good GKI. That's been the best thing for me. But everybody could be different. Maybe that's not good for you, but I can't see fatty red meat spiking your glucose. This thing is not cooperating. So you install the new needle. Now, I bent the first one the first time I did this. See if this will focus. So if you look here, this top here, is it focusing? No, it's trying to focus on me. See if I can make it focus on the needle. So anyways, you don't just pull this off or bend it because you'll bend the needle. What you want to do is just twist it off and turn it off. I hope that's focusing for you guys, and then just pull it straight up. And so, I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a little tiny needle on the end. Put your end back on. And for me, I always turn it to number 5, which is the deepest setting. I don't know if it'll focus there. But 5 gives me the most amount of blood to be able to get my GKI going here. So I have the app open on my phone, which is right here. I always do the test first, and then I add it on the app. And I always like to do the brown one first. I don't know why, I've just always done brown first, which is, I believe, glucose. We'll find out in a second. So you take your strip, take your meter. I'm not going to plug that in yet, sorry. You got to clean your finger. Alcohol wipe. So we got the needle ready. You sterilize your finger with the alcohol swab. They come in the kit. No, maybe they don't. You can buy them separately. Make sure you have alcohol swabs. If you're stage 4 cancer like me, I get them for free from home care. You guys know fighting cancer all the time, get a clean finger. Remember, Siegfried always talks about GKI. That is the most important thing with metabolic therapy. Lowest GKI. This is how you figure out what you can or can't eat. Everybody's probably metabolically different. I don't know that. I don't know it. I just know for me. Take your meter, plug in your strip. Glucose. So we're testing glucose first. So I've always done brown first. Maybe you can do it the reverse. I don't know. I always go to the tip of my finger. You load this guy here, and then you press the button. So you load it. I always do the tip of my finger up here, and it always goes ooh like it's gonna hurt, but it never hurts. So you give it a poke. Why is it not going? There it is. And then right away you give it a push, and you get this little droplet of blood. You wipe it off. For some reason they always say to wipe it off, and then you excrete more blood. I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. I hope it's focused. Just a little drop of blood. Take your meter and you literally suck it in. And then it does a countdown like this. Oh, my glucose is 101. And I've ate nothing bad today. Like, I've literally ate beef tenderloin and bulletproof coffee. So 101 is above 100. Like, I'm not happy with that glucose level. Let's hope my ketones are okay. So now you take your ketone strip, plug it in, and again, just it sucks in the blood, gives you a countdown. Now I just wipe off this blood. Ketones are at 0.3. This is not a good test day. I'm very disappointed. I've had no sugar in a couple days, and I'm not very happy with this. Again, bone scan, they injected me with some radioactive, probably sugar contrast, and my ketones dropped from 1.6 to 0.5. That was on Saturday. Today is now, what are we today? We're Wednesday. The other thing I did on Tuesday was immunotherapy. So on Saturday, I had the bone scan. Ketones dropped from 1.6 all the way down to, at my highest, last week 1.1 to 1.6, all the way down to 0.5. And then immunotherapy yesterday brought my ketones down all the way down to 0.3. Again, I told you my diet. I had eggs, and not a lot of eggs, like one egg. I had salt, I had butter, and I had beef. That's it. Yesterday and today. And on the previous days, Monday, ribeyes, same thing, eggs in the morning, ribeye was the previous day. I remember because I had the leftover ribeye yesterday. Sunday was Mother's Day. I did have beef and vegetables. It was Thai food, but I had none of the carbs, none of the sugars. I just had just whatever sauces were on it. I did dab it with a paper towel, but that probably hurt my GKI. Let's see what my actual GKI is. Let's see if we can get that now. Let's add a new scan. Whoops. So I gotta enter manually. It doesn't want to connect to the meter. Try one more more time. Add manually. Glucose was 101. Ketones were down to 0.3. Save entry. My GKI is 18, guys. 18. Very, very disappointing. Now, is this from the immunotherapy? Could be. Is this from the bone scan? Definitely, because I tested before and after. This is a very big disappointment for me. But that's okay, guys. Because I got it now 3 weeks that I can just, before my next immunotherapy, I don't have any scans until the 18th. So I don't need any of that standard of care stuff. I can really hone in here and focus on myself. I'll keep eating the meats. I might even do a fast. Just looking at this is this is why you gotta test, guys. You just gotta test. You need a Kito Mojo Meter. And when it comes to cancer, like, while I'm eating and I'm not fasting, I'm really targeting below 5 GKI. And the reason is Professor Seafried, all the research on ketogenic diets, and you really need to be testing. You need to know what you can or can't eat. This is a really good timing on this video, as later today, hopefully I get to upload the carnivore diet video I'm making with Carrie. Carrie is amazing from Homestead How. And that's really a good base to build off of and figure out what's driving your GKI. Everybody's going to have to put in the work. You got stage 4 cancer, put in the work. Get a Kito Mojo Meter. If you live in Canada, you can only get it in the States. I'm sorry, but you'll have to find somebody in the States that'll buy it on Amazon. It's only like $60 and get them to ship it to you. Reach out to me. I do have some connections if you live in Canada and you really need one or want one. Reach out to me and I'll see if I can make some connect you with somebody in the States. I got some connections over there if you have nobody. But again, GKI, Kito Mojo, Seafried. Hey, it is what it is. I don't know if I should stop standard of care or not. I'm not saying it's even helping me at this point. Like, look at my glucose. I put in the work. I had salted meats and eggs. Like, that always lowers my glucose. That always increases my ketones. It's got to be the treatments. It's got to be. It's got to be the tests. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do GKI in the hospital when I do my next CT scan, June 18th. They say the sugar contrast they pump into you doesn't grow cancer. I'm calling lie. I'm going to check my GKI before the scan in the hospital. I'm going to do a video like this. I'll have my wife hold the camera. And then right when I get out, I'm going to do it again. So we'll have before and after GKI numbers. I guarantee you something's going on with this treatment. Sorry guys, this video went in over 10 minutes. We're at 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes here. I try to keep these ones short. But there's a lot of testing going on here, and it is what it is. Dispose of these safely. I always throw all this stuff in there as well. It's got to go somewhere. So, anyhow, guys, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. GKI is the #1 priority for my metabolic therapy. The only way you know what your GKI is if you test it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was informative and it helps people. Looks like I got more work to do. I might have to do a short-term fast here to get my GKI back in order. I'm not happy with this at all. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and have a wonderful day. Bye now.